Hello everyone, this is Pilpoh. Welcome back to Star Technology. Now, I did say last episode, I'm going to go back on my word a little bit when it comes to this, but I did say last episode we get into fusion today. But I've had enough comments now that I should probably just trust you guys anyway at this point, because you guys have been giving me the best advice, genuinely. Like, it sounds like I was being sarcastic then, but I'm not. You guys have been giving me amazing advice, and the one piece of advice that people keep giving me right now, other than set everything up passive, is that I need to start making the big machines. So today, that is going to be a plan. Now, the first big machine that I really want to make, other than we've already made the chemical reactor. Sorry, chemical bath, not chemical reactor. Although technically, this is a big machine, right? This isn't one of these where we use the, if I click right here, yeah, there's the multi-block kit. I don't count these as multi-blocks as in the same as these ones, because these ones can be overclocked. These can be perfectly overclocked. There is a difference. The difference being that perfectly overclocked means that you can set them to, like, actually I can show you on this electrolyzer. So this is perfectly overclocked because it's using IV stuff at the speed of an LUV thing, right? Because I've got a 4A back here. So super quick, in other words, this thing is ridiculously quick. This thing though, however, is using IV. By the way, I don't know if I've mentioned this yet, but I did split these up. So it's actually using two 4A energy converters now. So these things can run at the same time now. I had that issue where this one was running and this one was running, and then neither of them would get enough power. So I've swapped it out so they both run at the same time. So yeah, this one is using two IV hatches, meaning that it is LUV. So it can actually do LUV tier recipes. Like, that's the difference between perfect overclocking and overclocking. Perfect means that it can run at the speeds of the next tier up. Just regular old overclocking means that it can also do, well, it is basically an LUV one right now. Yeah, I hope that makes sense to people. The one over here is LUV as well, because I'm using two IV ones at the back, right? And because I'm using two IV ones and we're doing it like this, that's why it's LUV, right? So anyway, right, today, the first one I want to make is, obviously, I've been talking about this for a little while now. We're going to make the laser engraver. And then after that, I might make the polarizer, because people have been saying that I should make the polarizer. I was complaining about this. Wait, where is it? I think it's that one. Yeah. This being really slow. So it'd be cool if we can get the polarizer. And I really hope. Yeah, I really hope. So this one right here, the large centrifuge that we've got, which, as I said, I don't really count this as a multi-block. I know it is, but it uses the multi-block, you know, this thing, the multi-block upgrade kit. This thing is double the speed as it is anyway. So yeah, it's running at LUV, but it's also double the speed of LUV because of it being a multi-block. Now, I don't know if that's the same when it comes to like the large chemical reactor or, you know, this thing over here. I don't think it is, if I'm honest. But, so that means, I'll tell you what, let's pop that down here and I'll show you what I mean. So if we were to make a IV big polarizer, for example, I think it will run at the same speed. Although, to be fair, I'll give it this. You can parallelize. I think that's how you say it, parallelize. Yeah. Meaning that it can run multiple recipes at once, which is kind of cool, to be fair. Anyway, I was going to see if I can make the laser engraver, and I want to put like 16 of the different laser engraver, or 16 inputs on it, 16 LV inputs. And then what I'll do is I'll put the different lenses, and then I'll put a different one of the pattern providers on there. And that way we can have, like, yeah, a bunch of them. Anyway, laser engraver. Large laser engraver. Now, this thing, I already know that I'm going to be, yeah, I'm going to be out of out of shards. That is absolutely fine. For now, what we can do is I can feed this one over here. I will admit, this one over here used all of my nether stars that I had already like set up. I've not really needed to use this in a little while, by the way. So it's a big old, like, it looks really cool. But it's not really used that much right now. Anyway, right. What we're doing, we are waiting for, yeah, the lightning charges to come in. I'm going to put 4 in like this. There you go. I don't know why this is a thing, by the way, but look, if I set this to Ivy, there's only a 40% chance. Whereas if it's Eevee, let's go back to that, sorry. There's a 50% chance. I don't get why it's like that. Maybe it's to like force you to use this recipe, the energized nether star recipe. Because, you know, when you hit Ivy on this one, it's 85% chance. And then a 90% chance. And then, yeah, this is the one we want to get to. Because this is the time where we can start looping properly. Anyway, I've talked about this one like far too much already. I am just going to leave it, I think. We get a 40% chance to get that one all the way through. Meaning we should get under 32. I think. Something like that. Right, anyway, I'll be back once I've got all of the different shards for this. And then, yeah, we're definitely going to make a laser engraver today. This one does require, like, a bunch of stuff, to be fair. We need a new elite parallel hatch. We need, yeah, the auto maintenance hatch. We need some of this tungsten steel pipe, which we've actually got one of. And then finally, we need, like, the assembly line grating, which, again, this is the really easy one to get. So I'm quite happy about that. And then we need this laser safe engraving casing. And then some tempered glass. Is it with a Z? I think it... No, it is with an S. There you go. So I might have to... You know what? I'm going to go and program these ones in. All right, we need 60 of this stuff, apparently. So off you go. Off you tot. Are you going to do your thing? Yeah, there we go. Lovely. Right, I have cleared out a massive area right here. Okay, it's not that big, but you know what I mean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it's going to be butted up against this. Yeah, I know it's invalid structure. Right, so how does this look? So that goes right in the middle, and then we've got those two right there. Okay, so we need to put those on top. Should we just get our terminal out? Terminal. Yeah, I might as well get one of these out. Hopefully. Why have you not done all the things that I wanted you to do right there? That's a bit annoying, isn't it? Yeah, the parallel hatch, I am going to put that down here. It's quite dark down here, isn't it? I should probably go and like figure out some sort of lighting situation for this this place. Ooh, we also need to put the output somewhere, don't we? Where do we put the output? I can put it here, I suppose. Yeah, that'll do us. Yeah, why not? As I said, yeah, that looks fine. Looks fine to me. But as I said, fingers crossed, this actually does form. Did I not put anything on the bottom there? No, you silly. I think these ones work like this. And then we just go... Oh, no, sorry. We need the output. Output goes here. I'm pretty sure this is not going to form. Yeah. I was kind of worried that that would be the case. Right, moment of truth. Yeah, it doesn't work, does it? It doesn't want to do that many. Fine. We could do 8, because that's how many we've got right now. Yeah, there we go. Right, I'll tell you what. We'll just start replacing, like, bits until we've... so we're not allowed anymore, if you know what I mean. Why does it do this every so often? I need my... I probably should go and get my magnet again, but meh. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So why are we not allowed to do the rest of these? Yeah, it doesn't like that, does it? Maybe you're not allowed... Oh, what about if we put one more right here? Yeah, that works. 1, 2... So you're allowed 10. I wonder if I could put one like over here and it will still work. But again, I think it's all to do with the amount of casing. Yeah. This needs a certain amount of casing before it will break like that. Fair enough. Fair enough. I am going to put this one in the middle just because symmetry's sake. Oh, that's a point as well. We need to put these on distinct. All of these need to be on distinct right here. There we go. So these are basically completely different machines. Each one of these inputs right there. So sorry, that one was the sock one. So stick that there. Put the sock in there. This one, we are going to make the NAND. Okay, so that one, there's the NAND, and it's a grey one. Yeah, I'm going to do this for all of them. Set them out all nice and neatly, and then we'll be back in a sec. Let's see if this works. Right, I'll show you what I did first. First off, I moved the one that was in the middle here. I forgot about channels, if I'm honest. So, yeah, this is now carrying 9 channels. Because it's got these four, and then I've got one right here for the interface. This should output directly into the interface. Now, what I want to do is, if I do, like, I don't know, sock wafer. Okay, wafer. Let's do, like, a bunch of different wafers, right? And it should do all 4 of them at the same time. Should be relatively quick as well. If I do that one, that's going to be working. Takes 3 seconds. And there we go. We've got our sock wafer. What about if we want to do 10 of these ones? One of those. Is it going to do 2 at the same time? Ah, it's too quick. It's too flipping quick. That's pretty cool, though. That is quick, isn't it? So let's do, I don't know, 4 of these. 4 of these. Oh, no, that's using the chemical reactor as well, right? There you go. It did 4 recipes at once right there. That's really cool. That's really cool. Actually, I didn't even notice that. I was thinking it would do, like, one of these recipes and one of these at the same time. But in fact, what it did was, it just did 4 crafts at the same time. So if I do, like, 4 of these. Okay, cancel. Let's do 4 times 4. That will use... And it should make all 16 at once. It just made all 16 at once. How insane is that? This thing's a beast. Ooh, I just found something out. I am going to make the electromagnet thing. I probably should just, like, crack on and make all of them, if I'm honest. But, yeah. I don't actually know if this one needs to be down here, if I'm honest. Have a look. Doesn't need a clean room either. Sweet. That means we don't have to do it down here. It's dark and dank. I mean, it's not dank because it's clean, but yeah, it's very disturbing down here. I might put it over here with this one. How big is this one? That's 1, 2, 7 by 5. We could almost build this one directly on top. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, it's going to go right here. Is this going to work? Obviously, it's not going to work because we don't have the parallel hatch. We don't have the energy hatches yet, but we should be okay to, like, put these in. I love the fact that it, like, does a little render of whatever's in there, and you can see them, like, being used. I like this. This is really cool. Okay, right. What were we doing? Sorry, we were trying to make... So Control Shift R, right click. There you go. Lovely. Input bus, output bus. Yeah, that works, doesn't it? And then I could even set this up right now if I wanted to. Although, looking at it, can't we just put a pattern provider up against it? And then have that just input. I like that idea. Okay. So between episodes, I did do a thing, which is I set this one up. I was trying to get, like, less channels over here. At 24 right now. I set this one up so it uses a P2P. Did you know you cannot P2P off a P2P? So this one over here is actually knackered. So, yeah, you can see it's turned off and everything. So we actually need to run it. And we need to do P2Ps off the side instead. So where we've got, like, you know, 4 channels coming off a few of these. Yeah, I'm sure we could cut down over here. I'm not actually too bothered right now. I will fix that at some point. But as we just saw, we got our parallel hatches. So I'm going to put one of those and put it right underneath, right there. There you go. I'm going to set that to 4 recipes at once. I'm also going to set this one to 4 recipes at once. Now, from what I can gather, this is just my common sense, which might not be correct. So it's not really common, but what I'm thinking will happen is you can only go up to 4. Yeah. So it does say that it's slower to do this, to use a parallel hatch, if you're just going to do 1 recipe. Meaning that if you literally just want to get, like in this case, have a look. Let's say we just want to get 1 eye of ender, and it takes, let's say, 60 seconds. It doesn't take that long. I'm just putting it out there, just as an example. Let's say it takes 60 seconds. But if you do 2 of them at the same time, obviously it would take 60 seconds, but for 2. So it's almost like it's 30 seconds. But it doesn't do that. What it does is it takes 70 seconds. Even if you only put 1 in, it will take 70 seconds. You know what I mean? So it's like that. So I'm not sure if we should set this to 4. It makes sense downstairs on our laser engraver to do it. Ooh, yes, everything's coming in. What we like to see. We can set up the polarizer up here. The last thing left to go is the energy converter. Power hatch. There we go. This should form 1 and 2. Yeah, boy. That's what we want to see. Do I move them over by 1? I think I do. Purely going to do this because then it matches the other one. No. There you go. Right, there it is. And use our cutters. Stick it like that. And then finally, we need a flux point. I really hope flux points don't like lag too much in this playthrough, because they will be lagging quite a lot. There we go. So that now can do ZPM recipes. Also, I need to set it, don't I? So it's right now it's on electrolytic separator. Sorry. Electromagnetic separator. And we want to set it to polarizer. That's the plan, innit? Could use it for both, I guess. But what we could do right now is just take all of the things out of the polarizer. And we could take them upstairs. And we should be able to just literally wang them in here. And they should be okay. Yeah, go on then. Let's do it this way. So regular, intermediate, advanced. Perfect. I feel like we should probably make some more solar panels. Now, I did see that someone on my Discord has already got some solar panels, like the next tier up. Solar panels, which are these ones, I believe, the brown ones. They need Naquadar, they need rhodium plating, they need this photovoltaic cell, which means they need the ultimate. Did I miss one? What's the elite then? Sorry, let's go back. So that's the advanced one. That's the one we've got right now. We've been using that one to make this. This one you can make. Oh, okay. So we're going to skip a tier. Is that how that works? Wait. Yeah, there you go. So we're going to skip this one and we're going to go straight for this one because we can do that. Pretty sure we can. LUV. Yeah. Yeah, I think we've got all of that. Okay, so Naquadar doped wafer. We could do that one. Did I just get rid of the... I did, okay. And oh, and also, we don't want that. We want to get rid of the cutting right there. And that is how you get Naquadar. A block of silicon. Interesting. How the heck do we get... We don't get silicon that way. It needs this. That's the block of silicon it needs. Oh, flipping heck. I didn't mean to do that. Naquadar doped. It's right there, isn't it? So instead of that... $16. Okay, we could do that. I didn't put the flipping solar thing in, did I? Okay, well, I'll tell you what I want to do. I want to set a border on this. I want to do a border. So right now, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. So we're going to have a 13 by 13 border of the new version. Hopefully that will work. Yeah, let's try out the solar panels. And it needs LUV, so we can definitely do this. Right, I have finished my work day. I haven't gone and, you know, had food or anything yet, but I wanted to just show you guys where we got to. I made a little bit of a mistake with this. I took out these things for a little while, and I only just put them in again. I didn't realize I still had them on me, but yeah, when it comes to the solar panels, I've got a few of them already set up. They're actually relatively easy to put together once this thing had finished, but yeah, these ones are making a ridiculous amount of power, 131,000 FE per tick. It's basically 4 times 4, so 16 of the lower tier 8,000 FE per tick solar panels in a tiny little compact space. But yeah, again, it's like 4 by 4, so it's like this big area right here of solar panels, which is pretty cool. Now, it's worth mentioning that if we were to run our base off of those, then it would take 4 of these right here to run that electromagnet thingy at ZPM. That's parallelized, whatever. Anyway, that's doing 4 recipes at once right now. And it's doing it at the speed of an LUV, even though it's a ZPM, because it's doing 4 recipes at once, meaning that it's doubled how long it takes, but it's doing 4 things. So technically it's halved how long it's taking. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Maths is difficult, and it's very difficult after a full day of work, right? So anyway, yeah, I had a bit of a snafu when it comes to the solar panels, and that is purely because I forgot that we needed a circuit assembler. So we've got a new circuit assembler right here. I should probably move all of these things over if I wanted to. I might take this opportunity to get rid of some of the ones in here, so I'm not going to have this one in there. Tell you what, I can take these ones out. Yeah, so we could do that. That one, that one, that one, and then these are the latest, right? So the quantum, so it goes LV, MV, HV, that is the last HV, or the best HV we've got. That one's EV, that one's IV, that one's LUV, and that one there is ZPM. Yeah. And what I'll do is I'll get rid of the ones that are in here, because, yeah, we don't need these ones right here. I will also put these ones up in the circuit assembler as well. Like that. In fact, I'll put them down here like this. Yeah. Oh, I'll have to move all of these over as well. There you go. Makes it look neater. Now, what will happen now is a load of my recipes will break because they will be looking to make these ones right here. We don't want them to do that. We want them to use the ones that are in here, right? The universal circuits. So, yeah, I will... You know what? For now, I'm going to put these ones back in here. And we'll do all those later. But for now, these will be a lot quicker, which is good. We needed this one because this right here needed the LUV version of it. So it was originally going straight into this one. And obviously that's a bit wrong, unfortunately. But yeah, that's been rectified. And if I do ultimate, we've got 4 more, meaning we can make 4 more of the solar panels. There we go. Now, I am just going to leave this to AFK whilst I go and have food and things and get to that point where we just sit around and wait. Hey, there we go. I got the large assembling factory, the large circuit assembling factory. Now, I have had a look through these. If you go like this and you go like that and you just spin, every so often, do you see that? It came up with requires clean room. Like that one right there requires a clean room. I mean, optical fiber. We'll probably use that later on, to be fair. Computational research date. Okay. I have no idea how this all works or anything, but yeah, you can see there's a few recipes that do use a clean room, so I'm going to go put them down there. That is for, which one's this? the large assembling factory. So this is the large circuit assembling factory. Most of these require a clean room. Like if you do the spin on this, you can see most of them say requires clean room. So this one's definitely going down there. Now they are slightly different. Circuit assembler looks like this, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 by, oh, hello. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 5. 7 by 5. Not bad, not bad. And then this one is a lot bigger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's only 9. Okay. We have got, I think, oh, flipping it. Let me get out of this view. There we go. I believe this is a 13 by 13, so we could fit it in here. And I do want to do that. There's a few things like we've got the chemical reactor. We could fit a large chemical reactor in here. Maybe 2. I think I might do 2 in here. Because we got like a couple right here. Yeah, because the elite assembler. Yeah, this is really good one. Ah, yes. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, the elite assembler, we could probably have a couple of patterns. Pattern providers on there. Probably not, though, if we want to do... I might have to keep around a couple of these ones. Oh, I don't know. We'll figure that one out. Figure that one out next episode, I think. We are at the point now where I have got 4 solar panels to put down. But there's 8 left, basically. I'm still crafting these last ones right here. They're literally just about to come in. Now, I wanted to just show you that I've got those. I'm not actually going to do those today. I've got loads of tidy up to do between episodes. So I'll probably do that maybe today, maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure. I might have a load of stuff to do tonight, to be fair. So maybe I can't do that. But let's just pop these ones down. And, oh, look at it. It's beautiful. Love it. So we've got all of the solar panels. We've got a load of big machines being made. I probably should set up... I mean, we've got loads of room right here, don't we? We've got loads of room underneath as well. Yeah, we got loads of room just in general to start putting these big machines down. So I'll probably end up doing that. Maybe between episodes, I might start building just platforms. And we can... Yeah, maybe we do that. We have a platform and then I start maybe moving a few of these. I like that idea. And we'll just get like as many of the large, I should say, like the large assembling factory and stuff like that. We'll get all of those all set up. That will require us going into the clean room. So I do need to clean this one out. See what I did there? Yeah, we're going to have to clean this one out. The large laser thing, I've been talking about doing that for a while, so I'm really happy we've got that done. I will just, I'm just going to quickly mention this before we finish the episode. I have started a vanilla hardcore series. Now, I got quite a lot of people, like, well, I got a few people that were a bit upset with me for doing a hardcore series on vanilla. Like, they would like, I'm coming back when you do a modded series. I'm still doing this series. I'm not leaving this series alone. I'm going to do alternate days of this series and my vanilla series. Now, as soon as a new mod pack comes along, I will put down the vanilla series. Even if it's doing better than this series is doing. Because I'm committed now. I've said it so many times already. I am finishing this pack. Even if it like destroys my YouTube like channel. I'm just obsessed with this pack. I'm really enjoying it. That's the biggest point of this. Is that I actually really enjoy playing GregTech. I never thought that I'd say that, but I really enjoy this sort of playthrough. So, and yeah, I'd rather put down my other playthrough, even if it is doing a lot better. I really enjoy it. I really like this pack. It's I cannot suggest this pack enough to any of you out there that are kind of, how do I say it? You are not new to modded. Let's just say that. If you are an old hat at modded, then yeah, definitely give this one a try. Even if you don't like GregTech, like give it a go because you might end up loving GregTech. GregTech is never like served to people in the manner that it's served to people in this pack. It's beautiful in this pack. this button right here, the quests, just explain things so utterly well. It's so good, honestly. Anyway, I am going to call the episode here. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for continuing to watch, I should say. Thank you for joining. And I will see you in the next one in a few days. Bye.